What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and welcome to the Hood Score Challenge video. Now, when I first saw this, I figured it would be pretty easy because most score challenges are. I have to admit, in this instance, I was dead wrong. Well, that is, unless you come up with a pretty sound technique. I personally thought that Deadpool would work, and after doing a huge happy to see you on the hood, I found out that I finished short of 70,000. This definitely prompted a few complaints, and then I was informed of a method that's on the forums. This is going to involve Iron Man and his Unibeam, even more specifically Unibeam Focus. For this one, I'm going to use Iron Man in his MK42 armor. And by the way, personally, I always call it the Mark 42 armor, so if I can get some clarification on that, I'll know what to say next time. So anyways, for this battle, they're going to stick you with Squirrel Girl, who is pretty decent, but she's not going to do any huge numbers. Luckily, Squirrel Girl and your agent won't be needed really for this battle, other than to use items. What you'll want to do with them is use items that'll boost Iron Man and keep his stamina high. Also, by using items, you will get the Quartermaster bonus. With my agent, I'm going to switch his counterattack setup. I'm going to put on the Neurotrope and the Cube. Basically use any stat increasing items that you can, and even if you have something that gives strength in, that may be best. Just remember, Iron Man is going to be your primary attacker. Next, besides stamina restoring items, you're going to want a Tactical Strike. Their item icon is a pair of goggles. Oh, and you may also need some heal items. I'm using the Staff of Asclepios just in case I need a lot of heals. Now, in order to achieve this final score, you have to finish with full health, and you'll want to achieve as many epic overkills as you can. So here's what I basically did, and the idea did come from the forums. I never would have thought of using Iron Man, or at least he would have been one of the last heroes I would have thought of. I have to admit, it does make a ton of sense because of his Unibeam Focus, which is going to increase the damage and accuracy of Unibeam. With my very first turn, I searched for the Tactical Strike, and I thought it may be in the Offensive tab, but it's actually in Defense. For me, it was the very last item, as you're about to see in just one moment. I had 101 of these things saved up, and basically what they do is, single target attacks grant an extra turn. This is going to allow Iron Man to fire Unibeam twice in a row. With our first shot, we're going to fire against the Bruiser because I happen to be using a blaster costume. Now just make sure you keep firing this Unibeam because it is removed if it's not refreshed each round. Alright, so our first shot's going to do some pretty big damage, and that's the end of the behemoth. Now for our second shot, we only have to do a short amount of damage, so we shouldn't have any problem with an epic overkill. Now moving on to the second wave, it is against Bullseye, who happens to be a tactician. My agent gets the first turn, so we're going to look into our inventory and restore Iron Man's stamina. One of the best ways to do this is with a Quantum Elixir. This will give him an instant turn, and also all of his stamina back. Unfortunately, he was stunned, but with our second turn we used the Unibeam. I kind of wish we would have done more damage to Bullseye, but I think we're going to be okay. It looks like Tactical Strike has one more round, so I'm going to go ahead and look for another item to use. Remember, you do want to get the Quartermaster bonus, so I'm just going to go ahead and use some Christmas cookies. Since it restores all stamina, that will top up Iron Man and make sure he has enough to cast Unibeam. At this point, since I think he may finish the hood, I want to go ahead and stall. In order to get the Quartermaster bonus, you have to use 5 items, and then you'll continue getting bonuses for each item after that, up until 10 I believe. So what I'm going to do is, instead of attacking, I'm going to use a Chrono Accelerator on Squirrel Girl. This will give her 2 immediate turns. So with her first turn, I'll go ahead and use one of her single target attacks, and since she is a scrapper, we'll gain a follow-up attack as well. This should take some of the hood's extra HP down. Then I'm going to use a Chrono Accelerator back on Iron Man, and this will give him 2 extra turns as well. However, it is pretty likely that I'll only need 1 turn. That means I could have gotten away with using something like a Quantum Elixir instead. But anyways, we're going to use another Heartbreaker Unibeam, and that should knock out the hood. Now all that's left to see is our final score. We need to score over 85,000, which is quite a high score. Like I said, Deadpool only got around 70,000. And there it is, we easily got 89,640. So there you have it, the Iron Man and Unibeam method works very well. I was definitely pleased with this outcome. I was thinking it's kind of funny that the heroic battles this time around seem pretty easy, and then this particular score challenge wasn't nearly as easy as I thought it would be. That is, until I used Iron Man. Anyways, I really hope this video helps, especially for those of you who don't read the forums. Next up is going to be the Shield Simulator video, and I'll probably have to break that one down into separate parts. Lastly, I want to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, good luck, and take care.